Hi guys, I'm Jack, co-owner of ARC by Pivotal, and today I'm teaming up with Sidekick to show you how to use your Sidekick tool on your shoulders. The technique I'm about to show you can be used pre or post-workout depending on which feels best for you. Shoulder impingement and rotator cuff strains are two of the main pathology-related symptoms that can cause pain going overhead with a barbell. Impingement pain is usually due to a lack of spacing between the bony prominences of the joint and the rotator cuff tendon attachments. Today I'm going to show you a number of release techniques for the different structures. So to get started, apply some emollient to the pecs, the delts, the traps and the lats for me. Starting with your pecs, place behind your back and make long, broad strokes for about 20 to 30 seconds across the width of the tissue, and make sure to stay below a 6 out of 10 on the pain scale until you start to feel the skin warm up. Athletes often complain that their pecs are tight. So to progress this, I want you to repeat the technique with your bicep flexed and your elbow abducted to 90 degrees so we can stretch and scrape at the same time. If you can find some wall space, it's a great idea to lean into a door frame or even some space on the rig and stretch and scrape at the same time. Next, we're going to move on to the traps. Your landmark in here goes all the way from behind the base of the skull, behind the ear to the tip of the AC joint at the top of the shoulders. Side flex your neck away from the side that we're going to treat. And again, we're going to make long, broad strokes down the length of the muscle tissue for about 20 to 30 seconds below a 6 out of 10 on the pain scale. The traps are great to hit post-Olympic lifting, as in the second pull they're really dominant and they tend to tighten up, especially if it's a high volume day. Moving on, we're going to look at the lats, another big mobility player in the front rack position. Placing the hand behind the head will naturally put this tissue on a length and open up this big structure for us. Then using either side of the tool, make long, broad strokes, again for about 20 to 30 seconds, below a 6 out of 10 on the pain scale, until you feel the skin start to warm up and you can start to hone in on some of those more tender and gritty spots. The skin may start to get a little bit red and we're not too concerned by that. But if you persist in that area, it will become purple and leave a lasting bruise which may limit your next training session. If these self-release techniques were a little bit awkward because your mobility in the other shoulder isn't great, then Sidekick have a Flux vibration therapy ball which may help you better. The Flux has 4 vibration settings and is a great way to provide some active release to the rotator cuff pre-workout. Select your intensity and trap the ball between the wall and the shoulder blade. We're going to abduct the arm with the elbow bent to 90 degrees and then actively, externally and internally rotate the shoulder back and forth on those trigger points. I tend to do about 10 to 15 reps and then change sides. You can repeat this 2 or 3 times depending on how beneficial you find it. If this isn't enough pressure for you, take the Flux to the ground and lay on your back and repeat the same motion. Gravity and body weight will add more stimulus to that trigger point. Once you're all done, make sure to disinfect the Sidekick tool and don't forget to check out classes by Sidekick. There's an entire series dedicated to loosening up the shoulders that will really benefit you and help you recover faster.